sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. I'm on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here, and we have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to watch a broadcast, it's easy. Go to shrmedia.com. Come on, you. There. Kicking it. Do we have it? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I hate it. I hate it. I hate this board. Oh, God. It just... How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I hate this board. Yeah. Now, why is that doing that again? For some reason, the mirror sparkle cam video thing keeps getting checked and reversing my video. And I don't know why. I don't know why at all. It's weird. So, we're going to get on with the show. And it keeps changing my backdrop. It keeps changing my backdrop on me. I know, I'm running late. Running behind getting the show up and running. Sue me. Alright. As I was going to say, if you want to watch a broadcast, it is very, very easy. Just go to shrmedia.com and click on the Listen Live button. It should be up and running soon. I know it takes a few minutes after the show gets up and running for the feed gets switched over. And now what do we have over here? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is showing. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I'm having such technical difficulty. Oh, that's what that is. Aha. Fix that later. It's weird. Ay, caramba. Ay, caramba. Sorry. Have you ever just had technical difficulty after technical difficulty? Nah, that's weird because I don't even see that. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? I think it is. So, let's get on with the show. Now that I totally botched the beginning. This weekend was pretty fun. It was a nice, relaxing. Nice and relaxing. I spent time with the wife, you know. Did a lot of sleeping. That's the scary part. I did a lot of sleeping this weekend, I should say. And sometimes you just need to. Sometimes you need to. So, Bill Nye, the old people must die to save the planet guy. It's going to be his new nickname. It's not as snappy as his old one, the science guy, but it's a lot more accurate. Nye wants all people to die, preferably sooner rather than later, because they stand in the way of his holy mission to save the planet from climate change. The climate change deniers, by way of example, are older. It's generational. So we're just going to have to wait for these people to age out, as they say. Age out is a euphemism for die. But it will happen. I guarantee you that will happen. It's like, holy shit. Now, there's this idiot that apparently shares his euphemism for some kind of old people's coal, as she recently confided to her friends on Twitter in the wake of the congressional baseball shooting. And if you go to Marcella Comedy, that's at MarcellaComedy. If a few old-ass conservative white men have to die in order to get gun control issue discussed, then I'm willing to take that risk. The tolerance of the left is just, they're caring, is a joke. She ended up deleting the tweet, but expressed no regret for the sentiment. Elsewhere in this LA Times interview of Bill Nye, Nye was given space to rehearse many of his favorite strawman arguments about climate change, like the one about climate skepticism being the same as not believing in the moon landing. Those of you out here who want to deny humans landed on the moon, if you're into that, look at the amount of paper NASA generated. You can't afford to fake that much paper. I'm not kidding you guys. It would be prohibitively expensive. So it's not you could do it, it's just very expensive. So listen, I believe we landed on the moon. That's not what I'm talking about. Do I believe in this climate change bullshit that he pushes? No. Do I believe we need to be cautious? Yes. Do we have to be responsible? Yes. Do we have to cut our legs off? No. And I mean that at hypothetically. We can keep going the path we're going and be responsible. They can't defend their end, so they have to try to discredit through ridicule because their facts do not hold up. It's pretty much the whole basis for the left. They can't back up what they want to do with facts and figures and truth, so they have to ridicule. And it's the same thing. I'm going to play a clip in a little bit. Adam Schiff, that jackass piece of shit. Yeah, I don't like him, and his mouth just been getting worse and worse. This is the same guy after Mark Geist, Pronto, and the others testified about Benghazi. He sat behind his desk like a coward he is and called them a liar. The politician called someone a liar. The men that were there fighting, he called a liar. The politician, safe behind his desk. So yeah, I don't believe anything that cocksucker has to say. I don't tell you how I really feel about him. See, one thing I hate about this cup of coffee. See, I don't mind the SHR logo, but it was supposed to be this side out, and I screwed up. Because I'm already, the handle should be over here. But it gives SHR Media their due. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So. And I like this one. The one about people who aren't experts being incapable of forming an intelligent opinion about climate change. One of your book chapters is everybody knows something you don't. But here's a cartoon from the New Yorker. It's a man standing on a plane with his hand in the air, and he's yelling, hands in the air facing the passengers, most of whom have their hands up. And he says, these smug pilots have lost touch with regular passengers like us. Who thinks I should fly this plane? Well, I think the engineer who calls himself a scientist and an expert on global warming, the engineer ought to take a little bit of his own advice. His time as a TV scientist has gone to his head. It'd be like a TV cop now quoting and chastising you and telling you how the law should be. That's how much I listen to Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the bullshitter. Bill Nye. You're so full of shit, it's not funny. And the one where he redefines skepticism to exclude skepticism about climate change, which he rebrands cynicism. Skepticism is not the same as cynicism. And the one where he pretends that Republicans are anti-science. For me, it was in the 1980s. People started taking it for granted, and of course, everybody loved him. It was Mr. Reagan or the people around him who were very influential in taking solar panels off the roof of the White House, curtailing the efforts to teach school children the metric system. This was all kind of a throwback time for me. Oh my God, we stopped teaching the metric and we took off a bunch of panels that weren't doing shit. No, he talks about how they'll age out, or what did he call it? Hang on. Oh, where the hell to go? Yeah, age out. Hopefully he remembers that he's 61 years old. I'm 45. I'm younger than your dumbass. I'm at least willing to look at data, listen to data, but when data keeps popping up as being wrong or tampered with or altered, yeah, it just makes me question big time of what the hell's going on. All right, I don't like that. You're listening on YouTube. Sorry if the sound just went up majorly. I'm playing around with the sound levels. It didn't look like it was doing too good. But I'm going to play a video clip, and it's a little bit of an old one, but this is Adam Schiff for you. Schiff, dickhead, asshole. And this is him talking with Tucker. And watch how he goes from failure to make the state. Hey, Kel! No, my old ass is 45. I'm not embarrassed about my age. I never have been. I am what I am, and I go on. I know there's some people that get upset about a number. I mean, I just wanted to get to age 19, and I was happy. I've gone on. It happens. With age comes experience and knowledge. But I'm going to play a clip from Adam Schiff, and he refuses to make a very easy statement. If it's going on, it'd be very easy for him to make. But he runs around the comment and then attacks Tucker. And that's the thing. When you question them to try to silence you, they attack you. And this has been very common. And this is the one, this is a couple months old. And this is one that he complained about giving interviews and talking about stuff and making statements, but he's done it. So here is, and again, remember, this is the guy that claimed 4 of the guys from Benghazi that were there lied, and he knows because he was sitting behind his desk with his pacifier and diaper on, all nice, safe, and cozy.
Right into the camera and say, I know for a fact the government of Vladimir Putin was behind the hacks of John Podesta's email.
Absolutely. The government of Vladimir Putin was behind the hacks of our institution and the dumping of information.
Of John Podesta.
Absolutely. The government of Vladimir Putin was behind the hacks of our institution.
Behind the hacks
and the dumping of
behind the hacks of the institution. He never says outright that it was hacks of Podesta. Why? Because there's no facts it ever happened. Can't look at their computer because they refuse to hand it over.
Putin was behind the hacks of our institution and the dumping of information.
Of John Podesta's email.
Not only in the United States, but also in Europe.
Okay, you're not. You know what? You're dodging.
And Tucker,
but look and say, I know they did. John Podesta's emails. They hacked those.
And I think that Ronald Reagan will be rolling over his grave at your carrying water for the Kremlin.
I'm not carrying water for the Kremlin. You're making.
How is he carrying water for the Kremlin when he's trying to get Schiff to make a statement that he's made roundabout statements about, but he won't directly say it? How is that carrying water for stopping him and having him answer the question? He can't answer it honestly, so to try to shut the conversation down, he wants to shut Tucker up by attacking him.
Look, you're a sitting member of Congress on the Intel Committee, and you can't say they hacked.
You're gonna have to move your show to RT Russian television because
you know what?
This
That's
is perfect.
Just so
this is
beneath your
placed.
office because it's so dumb and you're being duplicitous. I'm asking you, did they hack Podesta's emails? And you can't say it.
Personal insults like that, Tucker.
You just said I was carrying. You said I was carrying water for Putin. That's pretty hilarious.
You know, when you essentially are an apologist for the Kremlin, that's what you're doing.
I'm an apologist. One last time, Congressman. Look in the camera and say they hacked John Podesta's emails. We know for a fact that Putin's government did that. You can't, and you know you can't, and you're hiding behind weasel words.
I just said that
say they hacked John Podesta's emails.
Russians. I'm not going to be specific as to
because you don't
well,
know.
I'm not going to be specific.
Right.
I'm going to run around the conversation because I don't have facts to back me up, and that's exactly what goes on. They make all these roundabout accusations, but they can never prove a goddamn thing, and it's so tiresome. Oh. And all he does anymore is national interviews. He's done 123 of them. Totaling 14 hours of airtime since January. And so little has been contributed to his district. It's the same shit, different day when it comes to Democrats. Like I said, I know that's an older one, but I'm giving that as an example. All right, Jill Stein. Jill Stein, I can't believe her. Former presidential candidate for the Green Party, Jill Stein, dropped an atomic bomb on the DNC Friday from her Twitter account, dropped the mic, and walked away. Stein slammed the rigged DNC, then accused them of covering their tracks with ludicrous Russian conspiracy theories. The liberals went crazy and attacked her for carrying the water for the GOP. There is something so satisfying about watching liberals attack each other. It just, oh my God. She put out a tweet saying, unlike the Dems, I didn't sabotage Bernie Sanders in the primaries, then try to cover my tracks with ludicrous Russian conspiracy theories. And just right there, one of their own. And there's been a couple that have come out and called bullshit on this Democrat stuff. Manchin's pretty much called bullshit on it. I was dumbfounded when I read that. Stein sent out another tweet ripping into the Democrat elites, saying they are wasting their time with conspiracy theories. She put out, if Democrat elites want to waste their time with conspiracy theories, that's on them. We're busy organizing a grassroots party for the people. The liberal lunatics who bathe in Russian conspiracy theories weren't too pleased with Stein's truth bomb. One put out, retweet propaganda from Dr. Jill Stein. What a surprise. Hashtag Trump Russia. No, you didn't sabotage, Bernie, but I'm truly concerned about your discernment and leadership skills if you aren't concerned about what Russia. Okay. Are you carrying water for GOP? You've really been gulping the Putin Kool-Aid now. Come on. It's hysterical. This right here, this is one of their own admitting it. And finally sitting, and you know what? She'll probably get a little bit more following for it because she's being truthful. And Americans are tired of it. They don't give a shit about this. The only ones that want to talk about it are the mainstream media and the paid trolls on Twitter. That's all. It's... I got that Anthony Scaramucci fake Twitter account. And it says, using Russia as excuse to spy after Team Trump remains the only part of Obama's legacy that turned out to be successful. And that's a big slap in the face. But Jill Stein, I mean, she really stepped up here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That is the bullshit that's going on in our government, and we keep wasting money on it. We're paying for an independent counsel investigation. We're paying for a Senate investigation. We're paying for a House investigation. And there's other small investigations going on all over the House and Senate. And then you have the DOJ's investigating, the FBI's investigating. It's fucking ridiculous. I wish we put this amount of effort into Benghazi, where we really needed independent counsel. But did we get that? Hell no. How we wound up with an independent counsel on this? Well, because a bunch of Republicans don't have any balls to go, no, up yours, not doing it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now they're looking into 10 years ago, Trump bought an apartment in a building he owned in Russia. You know, they're looking at business dealings from over 10 years ago. What a joke. What an absolute joke. And Sessions should step up. Sessions or Rosenstein should step up and end this. It's a waste of money, waste of time. It was admitted that the premises for starting an investigation was an outright fucking lie. The Comey leaks that he put out there on the intentions of getting an independent counsel was an absolute lie. This whole investigation is based off of accusation with zero fucking facts. Zero evidence. If this was a police investigation, this would have been over months ago. There was zero evidence. There's more evidence Hillary Clinton purposely deleted emails and nothing happened to her. No independent investigation over that shit. I feel blood pressure going up. Yeah, Trump owns buildings all over the world, but they're looking, I mean, his company has done business all over the world. Prior to him coming out and saying, I'm going to run for government. I'm going to run for president. He has toyed with the idea, but never fully dove into it. So why shouldn't he have business? I mean, Jesus Christ, John Podesta has dealings with Russia within companies, and he failed to report it. But that's okay. Hillary Clinton's got more connection, but that's okay. We'll ignore that. Republicans, the stepchild of politicians everywhere. I'm just... I can't believe we're just this... Our country has gone this downhill. That's all I can say. We've gone this far downhill. I'm dumbfounded. I'm embarrassed. It's actually, we're late for a break. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back. I guarantee.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on SHRmedia.com and HighPlainsDailyNews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cow for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on SHRmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, boy. I'm still stuck on that. Don't got it out of my system yet. Right now I'm having someone check out. It seems my audio feed may be a little screwy on YouTube. I'll try to figure out what's going on. I'll try to fix that on everybody. So my apologies to what's going on. And with that, checking it out. And it could be my tablet, too. But concealed permit holders are among the most law-abiding of law-abiding citizens. A Crime Prevention Research Center, a CPRC study, shows that concealed carry permit holders are among the most law-abiding of law-abiding citizens in the country. For example, for Taco dinner. We had Taco Monday, not Taco Tuesday. We had Taco Monday. For the 2016, the study shows that just 0.0092. That's 0.0092% of Louisiana permit holders were charged with a felony in 2016. And in 2005, there were 25,208 violent crimes in Louisiana, with 19 felony charges or convictions against permit holders. That's pretty darn good. Hang on. Hey, fucking boys, I went to the wrong place. That should be. There you go, Cal. Assuming the felonies were violent and the charges against permit holders stand, this still means permit holders only represent 0.08% of those who committed violent crimes. Moreover, the vast majority of cases involving concealed permit holders are unlikely to involve firearms. According to CPRC, the percentage of Michigan concealed permit holders convicted of aggravated assault in 2015 through 2016 was 0.003%. No, thank you, Cal. The percentage of Michigan permit holders convicted of aggravated assault in 2014 to 2015 was 0.002%. Shifting to Minnesota, the percentage of concealed permit holders convicted of assault in 2016 was 0. The percentage convicted in 2015, 0. And the percentage convicted in 2014, 0. Yeah, that's what I thought. I got to figure out how to. I think it's one of my cables I'm having issues with. I got to reroute all my cables right now. They're all intertwisted, near power cables, and it's quite spaghettied. In fact, I'm probably going to be screaming the day I go to redo it because it's going to be, well, trying to figure out what cable goes where again. Because I know me, I'm going to be a bull in a china shop and just start pulling cables out. I don't remember where they go. Shit! I also need some better cables because of the budgets. I bought bargain basement cables, so they don't have the shielding that it should. Like I said, I'm working on a couple things. I'm thinking about... I know it'll probably be a waste of my time, but try to do another GoFundMe to try to raise a little bit of money to help with the offset of the cost of some of the equipment. Because I need this damn mixer. It's a good mixer, just the gain is all squooby. And I got to get this fixed and then all the cables. But it's trying to find... Yeah, that is from the green screen. The gray in my beard is catching, and the green screen is showing the background onto my goatee. I need a professional that knows his equipment, that could sit down and be my producer and play with it all, get it all set up, and do that for me. I'm lost when it comes to... I mean, I know it. I used to do computers. And trying to do all aspects of it has a tendency to get a little rough. You know, why is that on my shirt so bad today? That's kind of weird. Oh, that didn't work. That should help. Yeah, that should do better. God, I haven't heard the name of that show, Highway to Heaven, in a long time. I mean, I'm better than Sackhead Clint when it comes to computers. It just, of late, it gets a little... So everybody got to look at the green screen that's watching the YouTube. They got a good look at it. I'm in my computer room, and my computer room is pretty bare. I mean, I have some hockey jerseys up, and I got my fire helmets up, but it's pretty bare. And I just didn't think it looked that professional trying to do a video out of it. So I figured do the green screen. That's where I can change my background at will. I've been very... I love this firefighter one we will never forget, because I never will forget 9/11. And 343. Here, let me move to the side for a second. I go and turn around to look at it like it's actually there, like a moron. Oh, my God, that was stupid of me. I can't believe I just did that. I may do a GoFundMe to see how it goes. I've never had the luck, but you know what? Can't hurt. All right. Now, let's move to CPRC study, and it shows the percentage of Oregon permit holders who were convicted of any type of felony, violent or nonviolent, in 2016 was 0.0074%. CPRC stresses that these cases are unlikely to involve firearms. In Oklahoma, the percentage of permit holders convicted of a felony in 2016 was 0.0071% in 2015, 0.0062% in 2014, and 2013 it was 0.0069%. It just keeps getting lower and lower. I mean, I shouldn't say lower and lower, but it's not even 1%. That's how low it is. It doesn't even register as 1%. Well, it's absolutely a joke. To put these percentages into perspective, consider the percentage of misdemeanors and felonies committed by police officers. On May 27th, it was reported a CPR study which showed from January 2005 through December 31st, 2007, the yearly rate of misdemeanors and felony by full-time police officers was a 0.102%. On the other hand, the yearly rate for Texas concealed carry permit holders in the year 2015, the year campus carry was signed into law in that state, was 0.0102%. But yes, I can see how concealed carry causes so much goddamn crime. Idiots. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid promo.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless. I still love that, Kellen. I still owe you a great gratitude for coming up with that little tagline. I love it. All right, where are we? See some. I know once my mind gets working on something, I got like a one-track mind, and my best friend says I'm like a dog with a bone. China. Play with that later. I guess we got to Leonardo DiCaprio because now he's ditching his private jet for commercial flights as he's going to a climate change fundraiser. I guess our points, which we were told we were, over-exaggerating it, got to him. He actually shut everything down. It goes to show you don't give up. You don't give up when it comes to this. And I know we will go down in history as on the righteous side. History will look at this time and probably laugh at the believers. It's really common sense. It's not hard to see what's going on when it comes to this global warming bullshit. But actor and environmentalist Leonardo DiCaprio is reportedly planning to fly commercial to his foundation's annual gala and auction in St. Tropez next week, a departure from his usual private jet-setting commute. According to the New York Post, page 6, the Revenant star will fly commercial to the glitzy event in France on Wednesday. The founder of the environmental-focused Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation has faced harsh criticism in the past for lecturing Americans about dangers fossil fuels pose to the planet while simultaneously flying across the globe on gas-guzzling private jets. Leonardo DiCaprio and Bono spoke on stage at the dinner and auction during the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation third annual St. Tropez Gala in July 20th, 2016. For instance, just days after DiCaprio told Charlie Rose in an interview in January 2016 that climate change is the biggest problem that mankind has ever had to face. Not the Nazis. Not the concentration camps. I'm trying to think over time, events. But it's just... The Academy Award winner flew on a private jet to the World Economic Forum annual conference in Davos, Switzerland, to denounce the greed of the energy industry. Please tell me you see the hypocrisy in just that. It's sitting right there in front of your face. He wants to talk about the greed of the energy industry. This is a man who makes millions upon millions of dollars to pretend he's somebody else. In May of that year, the actor flew an estimate 8,000 miles from the Cannes Film Festival in France to New York, where he received the Fisherman's Ball's Big Fish Award for his commitment to clean water, and back to France to give a speech at the AMF-AR's Cinema Against AIDS Gala. U.S. President Barack Hussein Obama, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Dr. Hayhoe arrived at a panel discussion on climate change as part of the White House South by South lawn event. And the South Lawn, surprise, the South by South lawn event was held in the South Lawn. I mean, it'd be pretty bad if the South by South lawn event was held in the West Lawn of the White House on October 3rd, 2016 in Washington, D.C. The A-Listers Galas next week will reportedly be held at the Plush Vineyard in Gasson, France, where a flock of stars, models, and moguls are expected to attend. Do you expect anything less? Now I'm being serious. Do you expect anything less? It almost makes me want to laugh. I said almost. Oh. What do you do? Leaving me, Kel? You're not leaving yet, are you? No. Yeah, everybody, don't forget. Holy shit. I think we just blew by our last commercial again. Oh, we'll wait. We can hold off. Remember, if you want to be a part of the conversation, just go to shrmedia.com. And you can get in the chat room. There's no registration, no nothing. You can jump in the chat room, join the conversation. I mean, seriously, if you want to tell me you love me, hate me, want me fired, tell me to fuck off, tell me you want me to get a raise, jump in there. I'll be more than glad to have a conversation, would you? I have no problem talking to anybody anytime. Now, nearly a week after Omar Navarro, the pro-Trump Republican who's challenging crazy Maxine Waters, wanted to make it absolutely clear that he has not related to CNN loser Ann Navarro, or excuse me, is not related to CNN loser Anna Navarro. Anna Navarro said something saying Omar Navarro was a nobody. Now, after Breitbart News article about Omar Navarro's tweet received nearly 9,000 shares on Facebook with commenters on Breitbart News Facebook page saying they were excited to donate to Omar Navarro's campaign. And Navarro said this week that she hopes Omar Navarro is not some lost long relative who will ask me for money. And Navarro, despite being someone whom Republican candidates who want to win races stay away from at all costs, is labeled as a Republican strategist in order for CNN to gladly use her as the network's useful idiot. For instance, after Ann Navarro, who voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016, paled around with former Bill Clinton, she actually said with a straight face on CNN that President Donald Trump was diminishing the office of the presidency. as she palled around with the president who got a blowjob in the Oval Office. From the president who used a cigar as a sexual device with his intern. Yeah, at least we can give examples of why we think Bill Clinton diminished the office of presidency. We can give example where President Obama failed this country. We can give example of how Obama destroyed this country. They can level threats against, or accusations and threats against Donald Trump, but they cannot give exact reasonings why. They can never pinpoint one specific thing. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. They can pinpoint that surprise audio from NBC where he talked about grabbing women, kissing them, and I'm telling you, if that is the worst that they got, I don't know a single man except for my father. And even my father was like, big deal. It's two men talking. Now, my father never talked like that, but he was around welders, maintenance workers, and they all talk like that. And he didn't have a problem with it. He's not going to judge other people. Hell, I've talked like that. You get guys together, and you know who's worse? Women. You get women together talking about sexual conquest, holy shit, they've made me blush. And I've told the story. I was working in an ER, and it was very common for discussions like this to happen amongst the female nurses. 3 female nurses ranging from like 20-some-year-old, young 20, to almost retirement age. 3 of them. And it was like one was in the 20s, one was in the 40s, and one was in the 60s. And they were all talking about anal sex and how they prepare and how they like in position and this and that. And they weren't just skirting around it. They were in-depth conversation, step by step, blow by blow, so to speak. Right in front of me and a couple other guys. I was like, excuse me, we are here. And they're like, yeah, so? I was like, and if I had that conversation, they're like, we were joining in and you know that. And I was like, shit, you're right. And I walked away laughing. But it actually made me blush. I'm like, holy shit. I don't even talk like that. And it wasn't uncommon for those kind of conversations to happen with female nurses. Now, not all female nurses like that, and I'll probably get some blowback from it, but I don't care. But ER nurses, as a whole that I know, very sexual and very talkative. So it's not just men or a small group, and it's not just a disgusting president. No. Humans talk like that. Humans talk like that. He talked about doing it. Bill Clinton fucking did it. Bill Clinton has sexually assaulted God knows how many women. And they ignore and they cover that up. We don't hear shit about that, do we? But they always make these accusations against the president and can never give a specific. Oh, he's got stuff on. The Russians got stuff on him. What do they got? I don't know. There's collusion. How'd he collude? I don't know. Who talked to who? I don't know. When did it happen? I don't know. What do you know? Oh, I heard he colluded. He's a puppet. Ah, okay. Oh, I take hugs. I like hugs. Definitely. I'm going to hold him and love him, and I'm going to name him George. Now it's scary. I'm pretty sure no one will get what comment. No one will get what comment that comes from. Or what comic, I should say. Oh. Okay, now that makes sense. The problem is, you know how the delay goes, and, well, I'm a blonde. I forget what I say sometimes very quickly. Scary part is that's so true. I know if you're watching the video, you got dark hair. And when it grows out, everybody's like, no, you're a liar. Then I grow my hair and it comes blonde. They're like, oh, my God, you were telling the truth. When my hair is short, it's like a light brown. And when I grow it out, it becomes blonde. And I mean blonde. Especially if I'm out in the sun a lot, and I'm not talking bleaching, just out in the sun, I go blonde. And that's what I laugh at my wife last, because when I tell this story, and this will probably get me in trouble. Before I met my wife, I slept with close to 100 women. I mean, and I was a lead singer of a band and a lot of other things, and I was a male whore. But I was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed young male. I was 6 foot, 170 pounds. You know, now I'm overweight, short hair to no hair. But I'm married. I don't have to impress anymore. I was talking to my wife about that the other day. She was doing something. I'm like, who the fuck do you have to impress? And she looked at me, and I was like, you already got me. You don't need to impress me anymore. Yeah, that can go over too good. Ah, women. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Radio. High Plains Pundit Radio. See, I do get blonde moments. We'll be right back after this brief message.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid promo.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver. Georgia, the jungle. Watch out for the tree! Welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. Oh, God, my mind is totally blank. Well, Cal, your idea has spawned me to redo a GoFundMe. See if I can be successful on this one. This is what makes me laugh. When you have some nut job that, puts up there just for random shit, kind of like, because, no, I don't feel like working, so I need help paying my bills. People come out of the woodwork. Thousands and thousands of dollars for it. I've tried doing this just to get some money to help with the show, expand it a little bit and tweet. I suck at networking also. I admit that. But it's just funny when I sit back and look at it. It's like, holy shit. Man, maybe I ought to become a liberal. Beg for money. I'd be rolling in it. Anybody else notice that, or is it just me? Let's see. Nope. God, which one was it? That's bad. I can't remember my Twitter login. I do it automatically now. I don't remember which email I used. That's why. I'm using the wrong email. What? That's not fair. That's not fair, Cal. I doubt he ran off in the night screaming. That's not fair. All right, I'm going to be good from here. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be nice. Well, I'm always nice, but I don't. I'm going to shut up. I'm just good. Well, not shut up, but I'm going to keep. This has pissed me off. I can't remember my damn password. That's bad. I have everything automated. Oh. There we go, finally. There we go. Oh. It's... I wonder how you can do search on that. If you're interested in donating to the GoFundMe, let me see if I can find what to search by. Pretty sure if you search for Reaver of Common Sense. I'll put a link on Reaver.one's website also. So that's a way to make it even easier for everybody. And I'll try to do that after the show if I remember. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, this one. Oh, my God. So Democrats attempt a rebranding with a populist new agenda. Now, wasn't it, correct me if I'm wrong, Kel, and I want you to correct because you kept up with it too. Didn't the Democrats lambaste the populist agenda said it's a racist agenda, it's anti-world agenda, and all this other crap. They attacked that populist message. Now they're attacking, or they're trying to latch on and use the populist message. But Democrat leaders believe they lost to President Donald Trump partly because voters didn't know what the party stood for. Okay. They're just learning that now, how many months later? So they're trying to rebrand themselves with a new slogan and a populist new agenda as they look ahead to the 2018 midterm. It's called A Better Deal, and House and Senate Democrat leaders are rolling it out Monday afternoon. They're intentionally traveling outside the Beltway and into the district of one of the GOP House members they hope to defeat next year, Barbara Cornstalk. Now, they did that today. I about died laughing because you had Chuck Schumer and a bunch of others, male Democrats, Nancy Pelosi and a couple of the females, but the males were there. They just had a button-on shirt. They didn't have their jacket on. They had no tie on. It was unbuttoned, a couple buttons down, so they looked nice and relaxed. And their sleeves were rolled up as they're rolling their sleeves up to go to work like a common man person. Holy shit, it looked so fucking fake it wasn't funny. A high school production has more realism than that little portrayal of, we're one of you guys, we got a better deal, and we're going to roll out. They did the Papa John shit. I about died laughing watching it. Oh, my God. And Pelosi sitting there quoting ex-presidents. She tried quoting Abraham Lincoln. Oh, what? I couldn't believe what I was watching. But I had a laugh with them. No jackets on. Top buttons all undone, nice and relaxed, and their sleeves rolled up. And they're making, the fist hands, like, we're here to work, and we're right alongside of you. We know what it's about. Now, Schumer acknowledged on Sunday that Democrats were partially to blame for American people not knowing what the party stands for. When you lose an election with someone who has, say, 40% popularity, look in the mirror and say, what did we do wrong? And the number one, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did do it. In fact, if you could help share it, Cal, I'd be greatly appreciated. God, I got to use everybody I can. Get that out as much as I can. I'm so pathetic. See, I'm not the one that can sit there and keep throwing it out repeatedly. I hate bugging people. Hey, can you share this? Can you share this? Can you share this? That's not me. I know that bites me in the ass, but that's why I probably never do good at it. I'm trying to find this. I about died laughing just watching this. I mean, the article I picked out, I thought it was about today, but it wasn't. So I'm trying to delay and what's even funnier to me is, okay, they got this new slogan. And slogans are great. You could say whatever the fuck you want. But how are you going to do it? The three goals are going to be raising wages. And their idea of raising wages is we're going to raise the minimum wage. And that's going to help nobody. No, that's not going to help anybody. You raise the minimum wage, products go up, you're right back in the same boat you're in. Even someone as feeble-minded as myself can understand that. Lowering costs for families. Well, if you raise the minimum wage, you're not going to be lowering any costs. You're going to be increasing the cost for families and giving working American better skills for the 21st century economy. And what are you going to do that? One of their ideas is proposal for expanding apprenticeship and providing a tax credit to employers to train and hire new workers. Great, that's going to help the young kids, but not anybody older when they're losing jobs. Cracking down on corporate monopolies. Democrats would enact two new standards to limit large mergers and create a new consumer competition advocate. Great, just what we need. More government oversight. We have enough. That's their idea to everything. More government, more government, more government. It never helps. Holy shit. It's never ending. And I love it. Trump calls added shift sleazy. You know what? He is sleazy. When you call those great heroes of Benghazi liars from the comfort of your desk, you are fucking sleazy. Driving me. Yeah, now they want to crawl back. Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Oh, it just... trying to figure it out. Oh, oops. 42 results. How the hell? If you do a search on GoFundMe of Reaver of Common Sense, yeah, you come up with 42 results, and none of it has to deal with me. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, man. But this new bullshit with new slogan, it's just that. It's bullshit. You're never... Well, you're not... No, it's... There's going to be some people that buy into it. And others... I'm going to have to redo this. I have to shut down that one. Yeah, it's... They're trying to... They saw that there was success in it. So what do they go and do? They try to mimic it. And that's what they do. They mimic. They see something successful, and then they go and try to mimic it. And it is appalling, I think. I don't even... Oh, my God. I would be embarrassed if I was the Democrats. That would be embarrassing to me. To go out there like that. Damn. This is not easy. Campaign settings. That is not easy at all. It's an absolute joke. They have to get an original idea one of these days, and it's going to be scary if they actually get an original idea. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on SHRmedia.com and HighPlainsDailyNews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying confidence, stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on SHRmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. Holy shit. Oh, God. I'm having one of those days. I'm telling you, I'm having one of those days. Anybody else have those? I can't be the only one. So, CNN is feeling the pressure again. Actually, I want to play something if I can find it real quick. You got to hear these idiots that are out there. That's weird. Here it is. All right, this is from today. The Democrat Party unveiling a better deal, better jobs, better wage, better future, better Papa John's. Oh, wait a minute.
Got any water? All right, guys. Warren, Holland, Pelosi, Klobuchar, Lujan. Schumer.
Put your toes right on the line.
Okay, Mark?
You got Elizabeth Warren there, Schumer, Pelosi.
We are back. So, good afternoon, Berryville. It's great to be here. I want to thank the good people of Berryville for working with us. And I want to thank everyone for leaving the city for a few hours to this beautiful, beautiful spot to join us here today. Let me pay it a high compliment. It looks like parts of New York State. Sorry, Mark. Okay, now as I travel New York State, from upstate rural Republican areas like Sodus Bay, where I was Friday, to suburban Long Island, to inner city Bronx, I find one thing in common. Average families feel they're being pushed around by large economic forces and are losing that traditional American faith in the future. Too many families in America feel like the rules of the economy are rigged against them. They feel like they're getting a raw deal. And they're right. They're almost powerless to change them.
This sounds like Trump.
To tell the people of Berryville and the working people of America, someone has your back.
Yeah, Trump.
American families deserve a better deal. So this country works for everyone again, not just the elites, not just the special interests. Today, Democrats start presenting that better deal to the American people. Now, there used to be a basic bargain in this country that if you worked hard, played by the rules, you could own a home, afford a car, put your kids through college.
And the Democrats destroyed that.
Every year, while putting enough away for a comfortable retirement. In the late part of the 20th century, millions of Americans achieved this solid middle-class lifestyle. I should know. I grew up, son of an exterminator, in that America. But things have changed. Today's working Americans are justified in having greater doubts about the future than almost any generation since the Depression. Corporate interests, the super wealthy, are allowed to spend unlimited, undisclosed amounts of money on campaigns and lobbying so they can protect their special deals in Washington.
And Democrats are the biggest offender of that.
Played along, tilting the economic playing field in favor of the wealthy and powerful, taking the burden off them and putting it on the backs of hardworking Americans. The result? An economy that has created enormous accumulated wealth for wealth holders while producing less work and less pay for workers. Incomes and wages have flatlined, while everyday costs have skyrocketed.
Oh, my God. And the biggest offender that have caused that has been Chuck Schumer and his Democrat pals.
You don't blink. You look in the mirror and ask, what did we do wrong?
And they didn't do that.
The number one thing we did wrong is not present a strong, bold, economic agenda to working Americans so that their hope for the future might return again.
And they put a shit candidate up.
Too often hesitated from directly and unflinchingly taking on the misguided policies that got us here. So much so that too many Americans don't know what we stand for. Not after today.
Damn, I forgot to turn the camera back.
Trump campaigned on a populist platform.
And you ridiculed it.
People. That's why he won. But as soon as he got into office,
he's been doing it.
Making alliance with the powerful, special interest, Koch brother-dominated, hard-right...
Oh, here we go, the Koch brothers, as they're financed by George Soros.
Very wealthy, not the working people. Leaving a vacuum on economic issues.
Oh, this man wishes there was a vacuum that he could jump on.
That vacuum. Democrats will show the country we are the party on the side of working people.
This has to be like Comedy Hour.
And that we stand for three simple things. First, we're going to increase people's pay. Second,
lose more jobs.
Reduce their everyday expenses. And third, we're going to provide workers the tools they need.
This as Chuck Schumer just did an interview saying that gas prices never go down. Think of that. He said gas prices never go down. Just a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, we were paying almost $4 a gallon here in Florida. Now we're down to $2 a gallon. It's been ranging from $1.80 up to like $2.09. It's been yo-yoing. But Mr. Chuck Schumer says gas prices never go down. They're going to sit there now because they figured out how Trump won. So now they're going to sit back and lie to the people. They're going to outright lie to them. And tell them, well, this is how, this is what we're going to do. They bashed Trump. They attacked Trump mercilessly for a year and a half on his populist message. They attacked him, and now they're going to try to ride that coattail to success. And that's what Democrats do. Does it surprise me? Nope. Not one bit. Do I fearful there's going to be some people that fall for it? Unfortunately. Yeah, there will be some people. And yeah, it does scare me. It's amazing how he's willing just to go out there and lie so bad. Just blatantly lie. And that's what he's doing. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm a little too gullible to think that the American people aren't going to put up with this bullshit, that they won't buy into it. Because I don't think so. They've seen what has gone on. There's always the few idiots, but the majority of the people seen exactly what the Democrat Party are. And they're not. They're not going to be so easily bowled over by the schmucks' simple comments. It's maybe I'm the gullible one. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I'm the gullible one here. Maybe I have faith in my fellow Americans that they will not fall for the simple-minded. The way he's trying is almost a Jedi trick. He's almost trying the Jedi trick. These are not the senators you're looking for. This is the economy message that we are giving you. You've never heard it before. Donald Trump is failing. Oh, my God. If you believe Donald Trump's failing, you really need to see a psychiatrist. You know, he's not doing perfect, but he's doing a lot better than they give him credit for. He's doing a hell of a lot better. Considering the obstacles that are in his way, he is doing damn good. Let's go back some more of this full-on bullshit.
For the 21st century economy. Simply put, what do Democrats stand for? A
Lying.
better deal for working people. Higher wages,
Screwing people
lower
over.
costs, and the tools for a 21st century economy. Over the next several months, Democrats will lay out a series of policies that, if enacted, will make these three things a reality. We've already proposed creating jobs with $1 trillion infrastructure plan, raising wages by lifting the minimum wage to $15, and lowering household costs by providing paid family leave and sick leave.
How is that going to help lower costs for people by giving them free money because they need to miss work?
We announced 3 new policies to advance our goals, and in the coming weeks and months, you'll hear a lot more.
So he basically what he just did is repackage old ideas that they've been trying to push that have already been rejected by the American people, repackaged them, and put them out there as something new. That maternity leave and family leave, they have been running on that for several elections now. Raising the minimum wage, they have run on several elections. That is not new. But they're, this is new. This is what we're doing now. That's different. It's the same shit. And yeah, but basically what we need is we need more time because we can't think of what to do. So we have to wait till Trump does it, fight him on it, and then we'll repackage it and say it's our idea. Seriously, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to wait till Trump does something, fight it, steal it, repackage it, polish it up, decorate it, and say, this is our idea. Oh, my God, it ended. Oh. I just... I can't believe it sometimes. They think people are that goddamn stupid and gullible that they'll fall for anything. They're repackaging the same goddamn idea and throwing it out there. raising minimum wage is not going to help, and it's been proven already. People are losing their jobs. In fact, the ones that don't lose their job are actually making less money. How? Because they're now in higher tax brackets, and the Democrats are taking out more money through those higher tax brackets that they keep fighting Donald Trump on. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But what I do know is you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying coffee, stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Saku as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mud Show with its host, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you missed a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. I would, but I'm in Florida. You're in Canada, and I don't drink wine. Well, after the show, I'll be doing that GoFundMe. I got to do things that I'm not good at. I got to write a description for why you're raising money and all that. But I'll be doing it. When I share it, I'm going to tag you in it, and maybe you can help me share it, please, pretty please, with sugar on top. I'll send you a picture of me topless. Where am I now? CNN's getting protested again. That's the funny thing is. More than 150 protesters charged the CNN headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, to share their disgust with the network's peddling of fake news against President Trump administration. With signs reading FNN, Fake News Network, and other targeting the network's advertisers such as AT&T and Microsoft. Protesters chanted CNN fake news directly in front of the CNN Center's signature logo. What's funny is I do have a topless of me on my Facebook when I was actually very younger and very skinny and very... Here, let's do this. Now, I am not giving the middle finger to you, just the picture that I have. I don't have a lot of pictures of me because I don't care for them. Where is it? Share. I was, 19, my own apartment. I don't even know where I was when this picture was taken. Oh, Lord, that's scary. I thought it was the apartment I lived in. There seems to be a dog in it. We didn't have a dog. Wow. I must have been drunk off my ass that night. That's not uncommon either. The couch that's behind me, that's what I used to sleep on. And there's you can see the wood that's on the edge. They used to set firecrackers off right there next to my head, and I wouldn't wake up. Yeah, you've seen that picture before because you liked it. But I sent it to you again, Cal. God, I can't believe I was that skinny at that one time. Forgot some of these pictures. Oh, my God. I was way too skinny in a couple of these. Way too skinny. But yeah, they've been protesting outside the CNN headquarters. I think it's causing enough issues that you might see, who's it, Zucker, or whatever, dumbass is Jeff Zucker. Can't remember. Damn, I'm having a lot of blonde moments tonight. But with the merger that's going on, that's AT&T's trying to buy out the parent company, and It seems that is a sticking point. God, I can't type. Because AT&T is coming on direct fire because of the actions CNN has done. Yeah, Jeff Zucker, with the buyout, AT&T trying to buy out Time Warner. AT&T wants the media portion. They want the media portion. Because AT&T is looking to get into the media aspects, the TV, the cable. They don't give a shit about CNN. There's rumors that even if they buy it out and it's all proved, they will sell CNN off immediately. They don't care about it. But if it's going to cost them customers, there's rumors also that they're trying to force either make it so Zucker has no power anymore, or Zucker is gone before the merger even happens. And these protests are doing something. And that's one thing the Trump conservatives have been doing. They have been smart, and they have been firing they've been doing the same thing, and they've been going out there and protesting and not attacking, bad choice of words, but they've been going after with some of the same techniques. They're not getting violent, but they're going out there and they're protesting. They're going right back at them. They're not sitting back. And that's what old conservatives did. Well, we're better than them, so we can't do that. And that's how they got beat so much. There's an old expression. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. So sometimes you got to go out there and protest. You got to go out there and hit the pavement. You got to go out there and put the pressure on them. You got to know when to do it and when not to do it. And the Democrats don't know when not to do it. That's their problem. And it's funny how I've been saying for a while, Democrats need to sit back and just, hey, you know what? It was our fault. But if you notice, they don't do it was our fault. We didn't have a strong message. We didn't have a strong kid. Well, part of the reason, a little bit of the reason, it's always trying to deflect. Because they don't want to admit that they fucked up. That's what it comes down to. They didn't listen. They have gone away from the middle class. They have been destroying the middle class. Their policies, NAFTA has been destroying the middle class. 70,000 factories have left the United States since NAFTA was signed. And they try to, it's robots are taking over. Yeah, robots are taking over, and that's why some people have lost their jobs in factories. Jobs went overseas because it was cheaper with shipping. Yeah, it's hard to believe. It was cheaper with shipping because of taxes, because of NAFTA. Especially if they wanted to ship out of the United States, it was more expensive. And for those that don't know what NAFTA did, if you were going to ship something from the United States and sell it into Mexico, you had to pay a tax to Mexico. Now, when Mexico wanted to send something into the United States to sell, they paid very little to no taxes. Same with China, same with all these other countries. Same with Canada. Because at the time, Mexico and Canada were not doing good financially, and it was to try to help out. Damn. Door just popped up and banged open real quick. It was a way to try to help out. Because the United States was doing better than everybody else. That was the excuse that was used. And now the countries have all caught up, but the United States is now hurting from it. Jobs are leaving. Because why do you want to have a job where you have American products and you're going to ship it out to other countries, but you're going to have to pay taxes to ship it out to other countries. So what do? You go to Mexico. Now you don't have to pay that exorbitant tax, and you could still ship into the United States and not pay any taxes on your stuff going into the United States. Oh, and by the way, the energy in these other countries, pennies on the dollars. Pennies on the dollars. When you go to China, what costs, I don't know the exact numbers, but to give you an idea, if $100 pays for 1 unit of energy here in the United States, that's $100 for 1 unit. China, it's like $1 for 1 unit. Why do you think? Because they don't worry about global warming. They have no regulations. They don't give a shit. They do whatever they want in China. So energy's cheap because they produce it cheap because they don't have any goddamn scrubbers or filters. So these companies are able to go over the seas, make the product, cheaper labor, way cheaper energy, and it's still they're able to ship their stuff here to the United States, pay no taxes to get it in the United States, and then reap the rewards. And the whole time, America pays for it, and America does not get any of the benefits. That was NAFTA. How is that fair for the middle class? How is that fair for America? Listen, I have no problem. When they talk about cheaper health costs for Canada and Europe, it's the same thing. They talk about our costs are so high compared to Europe and Canada. Oh, it's not right. It's not right. What they don't tell you, in the 80s, again, Democrats came up with the bright idea. Europe was not doing good. Canada wasn't doing good. United States was a rich country, so it's on us. We need to shoulder the costs. So we will pay the higher insurance costs, giving a break to Europe and Canada so that the poor nations at that time can afford and get the health care. And now the Democrats complain about it. When they're the ones that it was their idea to do this. They destroyed manufacturing, the economy in the United States, and they fucked up the health care in the United States. And then sit there and make a big issue. Oh, look at the cost. Yeah, because you're the ones that allowed it. You're the one, and basically your socialist programs, because they couldn't afford it at the time. And I have no problem helping other countries. I don't. Please don't take it as I hate other countries. I get tired of that, fucking argument. No, but once the other countries caught up, and Canada's doing pretty good, once they get caught up, they should start paying their fair share again. I have no problem with NATO, but what's going on now? Donald Trump said, we're going to pull out if they don't start paying their fair share. And they went out and said, everybody's going to have to start paying their fair share. It's not right that the United States pays a majority of the fees. Why were we paying all the money to protect them? Fuck that. We're supplying the equipment, the money, and the personnel. And they sat on their ass and they did nothing. Our men and women were put at risk on our dime. Then the Democrats complain. It's a never ending. Oh, well, guys and girls, it's the end of the show. What is today, Monday? Oh. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. right here on SHR Media and HPPundit.com. And I want everybody to have a great night. Peace.
You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on HPPundit.com and SHRmedia.com.